I'm Dr. James, and welcome to the Holistic Health Coach Corner. Let's talk about how fear suppresses your immune system. We have this coronavirus looming over us. Many live in fear, and if not fear, then anger and disappointment, struggle with PTSD or post-traumatic stress disorder. And now, 1 month into the coronavirus, fear is increasing by the day. Fear is good and necessary. We need fear to tell our bodies to get up and run from the tiger. Fear is what reminds us to be more careful about our hygiene and wash our hands. Fear is what reminds us to put our face mask on. But fear, like many negative emotions, becomes a problem when it's our constant state of being. Over time, if we carry these emotions for a long time, it ends up being a habit because we've trained our bodies to react in a specific way. It's a code that is written into our cells. Unfortunately, much of our society is living in a state of fear, with toilet paper, face masks, antibacterial gels, and rice being brought up in fear. Let's talk about what fear is doing to us on a physical level. Fear suppresses our immune system because when we are in this state, our body produces cortisol, and constant high cortisol levels produces inflammation, which also dampens our immune system. Fear literally produces toxins in our brain and inhibits our brain from working optimally. Fear dampens our ability to be creative, to concentrate, to problem solve. Fear has been linked to many illnesses, including high blood pressure and also asthma. Let's talk about what is the antidote for fear. It's hard to just not fear. We need to replace the fear with a different emotion. And the best antidote to combat fear is knowledge, belief, gratitude, and praise. When a person starts feeling gratitude, their body shifts into a place of receiving, and it starts to believe that something has actually happened. And the thoughts in your brain will start programming your body to a different future than if you're feeling of fear, worry, and anxiety. There was a research done on a group of people, and it found that 10 minutes a day of gratitude changed their immunoglobulin levels and boosted their immune system by more than 50% in just 4 days. Having a gratitude experience and also decreases your experiences of aches and pains. How it does this is by increasing serotonin and endorphins, our pain-reducing hormones that are produced as a result of joy and happiness. But you cannot just simply say you are grateful. It's not about willpower. It's a matter of the heart and changing your heart to feel gratitude. It takes time and practice and discipline. Contrary to common belief, 21 days of doing something over again does not form a habit. What it does instead, is that it removes bad thinking. This is very important. In order to retrain our bodies to react a different way, we need to unlearn what you have taught your body. After the 21 days of unlearning, it takes another 42 days of being aware, of self-correcting, self-regulating, to eventually form the habit where we're being grateful, and feeling gratitude becomes an automatic response. Let's talk about how do we train our minds for gratitude. One way of doing that is by journaling. You see, journaling gratitude has been studied to show improvement in sleep cycles, but also positive changes in the brain. This has been shown to last up to 3 months. It can also rewire our brain to become more creative and increase our problem-solving skills and our overall health. Worship is another powerful tool to train our mind for gratitude. We all worship in some form or another, whether it be God, our families, ourselves, a cause, or our work. Worship is what you put your focus and energy on. And we all know that we put our energy into what we will create. But what I'd like to suggest is that worshiping God, a higher power, can bring us to a heightened state of gratitude. My own explanation of this is because when we worship God, It is our way of expressing our gratitude to Him. We're communicating this gratitude, whereas the meditation that is often practiced by monks is either about emptying one's mind or focusing on the object of your breath, not a person. Worship is not confined to music. It can be prayer, reading His Word, being silent and waiting on God. But it is a communication more than any, rather than an emptying of mind or a focus on something. It's a communication of our awe of Him. Awareness is both fundamental and important. In order to unlearn the negative, you need to be aware and pay attention to your reaction to things. This is about being self-aware and staying in the moment. We live in a culture with too many distractions. It's too easy to multitask, and we hardly live in any moment for more than a few minutes. Here are my final thoughts on this. Based on many benefits of gratitude along with the ill effects of fear, gratitude can be a very important survival skill during these difficult times, just as important as good hygiene and boosting our immune system. Our bodies are intertwined. This is why I believe in holistic healing, healing of the body, the mind, and the spirit, because if one is off balance, the whole body is off balance. If you just focus on the mind and ignore the body, your body will fight back, and vice versa. Remember, fear is necessary, but it can literally affect your health and well-being if you remain in it. Here's what you need to do. Practice being aware of your responses and feelings and start training your body to reacting differently. Gratitude is a very effective way of coming against fear. Fear suppresses our immune system, but gratitude has been shown to boost it by more than 50%. If this is not a reason to give thanks in all circumstances, I don't know what is.